guys' peoples in the right place.
That's okay. You got a minute. Anyways.
I like how Ed's just come straight back in as the Rock Gut review and not the DM.
I could, yeah, I should have changed that.
That's
Okay,
all right.
I'll leave and then I'll come back.
Well, we were starting people, but now we're taking a couple of seconds because we're bringing Ed back.
He'll be back.
He'll be back in a second.
Oh wait, are we actually live now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we are.
Yes.
Just for a second. Just for a second.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I thought Ed was staying, and he decided to jump out and jump back. So
basically, the professionalism that Brad and I display on the channel.
I wanted to show everyone my level of professionalism to rival casting.
Yeah.
Sure. Makes sense.
Oh, Ed, we're live. Just so you know,
He's back.
That's cool. I'm still staring at other things.
We're gonna give him a minute.
Are we actually live? Oh, we sure are. Look at that. Hi, everyone. I am so glad to be here on my whiskey den.
Yeah.
Ed went into the ether and came back. That's right, Jeffrey. That's what dungeon masters do.
Yep. Because we're magical people. So, I actually forgot what I did with Jeremy's frickin' character. So that's fantastic.
He's so apathetic. He didn't even have a sprite.
Nope. Not anymore.
Where is my dude?
I gotta find him. I lost him. I didn't have a whole lot of time to jump in here. I went straight from our stream into yours, so you know.
We'll give it a couple minutes. That's all. Well, what's everyone drinking? First off, I'm going with Talisker Darkstorm, and I'm gonna keep banging away on the Clan McGregor myself.
I gotta find my prestige.
I made myself a smoky pepper with Talisker Darkstorm.
I got myself non-alcoholic stuff because once this ends, I'm going to work.
I guess that's fair.
Your job doesn't let you drink?
Yes.
I mean, technically, I do work for the arts, so, you know.
All right. We got Hagwin.
Oh, Jeffrey, you have a good one, Jeff. He's going to go help mod a D&D game on Twitch.
Oh, man. Everybody's using the dun.
I see how it is. We start this ripping idea. It gets
totally unique idea that is the first time that people have done it on the internet.
Ever.
No one has ever played D&D on the internet before. Ever.
It's not a thing at all.
Not while drinking booze.
Until we did it once, and now everyone is doing it.
Everyone's doing it, man. It doesn't make it. Everyone's stealing our ideas, man.
Yeah.
Especially how to drink.
Yeah.
That guy with his excellent production value and his charismatic, handsome face.
Should be how to steal other people's ideas.
Yeah, exactly. How to drink, I'm calling you out. Bet you my party can take your party.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We're gonna have 2 dungeon masters, dungeon off. Gonna take you on,
that's
buddy.
So many dice.
Oh,
that's just so much dice rolling.
I have a feeling like the dungeon masters are gonna win in that game no matter what. Like everyone else dies. And it's just them.
I don't know. I bring my Australianness into my character.
That's true.
just the wild Australianness.
If I can survive spiders, I can survive this.
That is true. There is so much shit there that can kill you. It's ridiculous. Spiders and snakes.
Fair.
And birds.
Birds too?
Everything. Yeah, dude.
Cassowaries,
man. Drop bears, yep.
Jeez, no, an emu could get upset, but I didn't think it'd be quite like that.
Oh no, emus are gentle in comparison to a cassowary. have we been 5 minutes yet? But either way, that will. Oh no, it is exactly 5 minutes. That shit will ruin your day.
All right. So when last we left our adventurers, right? You guys, okay, you were in the town of Gillymanham, Worcestershire, upon Lewin Winthill.
Damn, you got it. I got a drink.
Yep. That definitely sounds right, and I'm not going back to the tape to figure out if it's true or not.
And you had you had rescued the booze that was stolen by a bunch of kobolds, and left. They had taken it into their warren, and you got it back. You got it back for the local townspeople just in time, and you were rewarded with all the drink you could drink. So now, all right, you've wandered off drunkenly. You went on a bender. You wandered off drunkenly from this small town, this small suburb of the Elfin Lands, and you've reached the big city. All right, you reached the big city, Belnadarnach. A lot of elves. And as you're approaching, you see off in the distance, it's like a great iron briar. They've made their city wall out of living wood. All these trees have grown together into a giant palisade. And you see these guards at the gate, and they're looking at everybody. They're watching everybody go on in. And there's a lot of different people. Elves, gnomes, dwarves, halflings, all sorts of fun little fey creatures. And you're heading in through the gate, and as you're going through, one of the guards nudges the other one and points at you three. No point. It's like, hey, look at those. What about those guys? What about those three right there? And you're wandering in, you walk on in, and you're stopped by a fella. As you come through the gate, one of the guards comes up to you. He's a big fella, big kind of chubby fella, right? And his name, he comes up to you and is like, "Strangers, how would you like to make some money?"
I always like money, but how much are we talking about, sir?
What do you want me to do?
So the guy, he comes up to you and is like, "Listen, I need three people right now. I need you to not ask questions. I need you to just come with me, okay? Here's the deal. Just don't say anything. All right? You're not allowed to say anything. Keep your trap shut. I just need you to come along, okay? All right?"
So just so I'm clear, I just have to walk around and do nothing.
Absolutely nothing. I need you to
come in.
Keep quiet and look professional, okay? That's all I need from you guys right now.
I just want to roll a quick perception check on this guy. That's all. I feel like he might be being shady. That's
or do insight. Do insight.
Insight?
Hang on a second.
He might be a little shady.
Where's my stats? I am so prepared for this.
Damn it, Jeremy.
Wait.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Wait. I'm on the shit. I was on the wrong screen. Damn it.
That's not gonna work.
You just try to roll dice in StreamYard? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The YouTube comments.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Fucking 6. Not good there.
Okay,
What
so
was
roll.
I believe this guy. I feel like we should follow him.
Really? I'm just going to do one as well because I'm more perceptive, maybe. Nope. Fucking no idea.
Okay. So,
What are we doing? Insight?
He's obviously not telling you stuff. There's obviously more to this than he's telling you, right? But like, you have no idea what it is. You have no fucking.
Yeah. I'm in. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let's follow this guy in. I believe him. I feel like it's a good idea.
But so you're walking through the town and he's leading you somewhere. And it's a very lovely, lush elven town. The buildings are all like kind of built around the surrounding foliage. There's little gnome shops where they're sitting there tinkering with their goods, making stuff. It's all done in this very pretty kind of off-white stone, and it's built into the landscape around it. Except you notice off in the distance, like maybe 3 or 4 miles away, there's one section of town that there's just a giant plume of smoke coming out of it. And
all right,
yeah, you just notice that. Yep. And this is all very nice, and that's what's happening over there?
Fire. Looks like it's on fire.
Yep.
But it's okay because we still have at least one of those magic mushrooms left.
I'm gonna make you.
They don't always give resistance to fire. It can be random.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll every time you eat one of those. It's not always gonna be fire. Anyway, so this town guard leads you to this very large, imposing-looking dais that you see on your screen right now. And so the town guards are in front of you, and they lead you up. They lead you up to this dais, and you can see these guys right here. They're very fancy-looking elven folk, dressed in beautiful ornate armor. They got purple cloaks and all this. Yep, you can move on up. And he's like, and the town guard, the head of the town guard, is like, "Hey, will these three work?" And they're like, "You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We just you told them not to talk, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I told them not to talk." He's like, "All right, go on in. They're waiting for you." And so this little guy, this little fella, he approaches you. He's like, he's a halfling. He's tiny. He's itty bitty, just a wee little fella. And he comes up to you and he's like,
"Hello, I am Orville Lushcrop, leader of the town guard. I need you guys real quick. You come right here. You stand right here. Don't say a goddamn word. I'm going to do all the talking, okay?"
Okay, Gilbert Godfrey Vito Love
All right.
Child.
Sounds good.
Fuck am I?
"All right." And then, okay.
References he'll definitely get.
So the little fella, he leads you over here. And as you're coming in, there's a bunch of very important, fancy-looking elves standing on this dais. And there's one lady over in the corner. She looks like she's been crying. She doesn't look very good. It's this little pink lady right over here.
Oh, okay. I'm in the wrong spot.
She doesn't look so good. She looks like she's had a hard day. So yeah, you three are right about here.
Can I just do a bit of a wait? I got 4 insight. Can I do an insight roll on the crying lady just to see if I can't read maybe what's happening vibe wise with people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Fuck yeah, son.
Yeah. So you notice that all the people on the dais, like they're elves and they're trying to hold it in, but they're kind of looking at her uncomfortably, like they don't quite know what to say, and they really want to they don't like that she's just sitting there crying to herself, but they also don't want to go talk to her because it just seems really, really awkward, and they're not in touch with their feelings, Yeah. All right, and the lady, she's obviously very distraught. Something very recently happened to her. Something was bad. Something has been tumultuous in her life.
So can I, because I don't want to break the rules, because I like lazy money. Can I just sit next to her and give her a bit of a knowing nod, like an acknowledgement-y nod?
They're there.
No, I don't want to
walk over there, and little Orville Lushcrop grabs you by the legs, like, "No,
Get your ass back in line."
Fair enough.
He's a feisty little fellow, this one.
He is.
So Orville walks over here, and he comes to the top of the dais. And he's like,
"Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the three investigators that we have requested from the city of Hofstadt. These are the greatest detectives in the land, and will surely be of help in this case. Marquis Elfander, if you would.
And then like one of the elves, real fancy looking guy. He he comes over and he's like, friends, I know in this time of trouble we all need to stand together, and I have personally taken upon myself to find these 3 fine gentlemen, or 2 fine gentlemen, and a surprisingly hairy tortoise.
Sorry.
He's like looking at the turtle, like, and he looks at Zaaa, and then he looks at the guard, kind of like, this was the best you could find. Like, come on, man. And you can see little Orville Groberg Godfrey, kind of shrug his shoulders, like, look, I don't know what you want from me, man. He's like, they will be dispatched shortly to Goblintown and determine who has committed this terrible act in our city. Widow Andressa, he like addresses the lady on the sobbing over here on the thing. She really obviously doesn't like it when he calls her a widow. Not a big fan of that. He's like, and Widow Andressa, we will find justice from the cowards who murdered your husband. He's like, he's like, I'm sure you want to get to your work. Now get on out of here.
Well, I'm gonna use my performance to be like, the 2 other great investigators and I would like a little more information about what has gone on here. We haven't been given a very full story, and if you want us to do a good job, we need to have a tiny bit of a background. Now, this could go horribly wrong.
Oh, Patty, we had one job, not to talk.
Orville, the little captain of the guard, shoots you a goddamn death glare. He just like, you little bastard, which is, he doesn't actually say that, but he's obviously just very angry with you. And
I just know I got rolled into some shit, so like I don't know what could happen here. It's like, why don't you go fight like a Hydra or something? I don't know what killed anyone. I feel like it is. I'll look back at Orville, and I'm gonna stare right back at him with a very. I'm gonna try to intimidate Orville with my stare.
What you get trying to hire a cold-blooded psychopath as an investigator?
Man, they're all warm-blooded in here. I'm
19.
19 in intimidation of 19.
Just to scare Orville with, because he tried to stare at me. I stared back at him. I didn't do it to anyone else.
Just now in a staring contest.
Scared me.
Yeah, so Orville shrinks away, but then like the Marquis Zelfander, who obviously seems to be in charge here, he looks at Orville like, come on, man, get it together. He's like, the town guard will be briefing you shortly. I'm sure they will be seeing to that. Of course, our investigators only recently came into the city, which is the only reason that they haven't been briefed. Of course, my lords and ladies. Otherwise, they would have known all this, and they would know better than to say something like that in front of our council.
So can I sort of kind of nudge Hagrid away a bit and sort of take charge here and say, look, I understand. How about we get the briefing in the limousine on the way to Goblintown?
and Orville's like, yes. Let's go. And so he runs over and herds you away. He's pushing you towards the door. Just come on.
I guess I'll just let him push me. I don't think he's going to push the 600 pounds of me around very successfully. I'll just let it happen.
He's just like prodding you in your underwear.
I'm following with. I'm not like going to stay behind or anything.
No. All right. You do have control over your guy, right?
Yeah, that one's me. I can move him.
Yeah, that's you. Okay.
I don't have control of mine.
All right. I'll make sure to change that.
I mean, just in general, he just doesnn't have control of him.
That's something, man.
So on the way down the stairs, Orville turns to you, and he's like, okay, listen, you idiots. You're not investigators, obviously. We just need you here to just do a little job, okay? The guild master of the Sailor Guild here in town was found murdered just outside of Goblintown a few days ago. All right? Now the goblins don't care much for the city guard, and they won't let us in. All right? So we just need some independent investigators. That's you. You just need to go in and find me a goddamn goblin to pin this on. I don't care which one. I don't care who did it. Just find me a goblin so I can put this case in the black and I can make the council happy. Okay?
Are we sure Hagwin didn't do it? Just it's been a little weird.
Because when he mentions that, I'm like, what was the name of the sailor that he killed? Because I'm a sailor, so I might know who it was. I might have personal.
You might have personally killed him.
It could have happened, but I might just know him and be upset that someone killed him.
So
he wasn't a sailor himself. He was like the union rep for the Sailors Guild here in Elnadornik. His name was Guildmaster Milkek Andressa.
Milkek Andressa.
Milkek Andressa, and he's like, listen, he was a very famous man around here. It was one of the goblins, and we just need to find one. We're gonna put on a little show trial, and we're gonna get this taken care of. Okay, that's all we need to do. So you guys get on in there. You find me a goblin. You kidnap his ass, and you get the fuck out.
I'll be happy to investigate this travesty.
I was seriously just going to go, where's the graveyard, dig up a fresh body, and just go, we killed him. Minimum effort.
I need a live body to put on trial, okay? Come on. This isn't that hard, you guys.
Stupid trials.
All right, so
seems morally fuzzy, and I'm in.
All I heard is we had to bring back a live one.
Yes,
that's what I heard.
Yeah.
What way? What's the quickest way?
At least one live one. Hagwin, at least one live one.
I said it. I was the one that said at least a live one. Doesn't say it has to have all its arms.
Okay, so can we go to town first? Because, we're a little bit pissed still. We may or may not have a bleeding turtle. Just to sort of get some stats up.
Yeah, have we rested up and dealt with all that?
You're fully healed. Don't worry about that. You had a long rest. Well, in Gilly Manham, Worcestershire, upon Lewin Winfield.
Cool.
So yeah, you're fully healed. You're up to full strength.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been here otherwise. You'd have been dragging me with a rope.
Right.
I mean, I would have felt safer.
What if my character is not this maniacal killer in the end?
All
right. So let's go to Goblintown.
He can grow and evolve as things happen.
Yep.
So Orville packs you in. Orville packs you in to a carriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he it drives off down the street, and you drive through all these lovely neighborhoods, and then you start driving into some of the gnome neighborhoods, and then you drive into some little neighborhoods that aren't so nice, and then you get to the steel wood, the iron briar, the giant wall, and they let you through the gate, and then you see there's a line of guards standing there in front of you, and then there's about 50 feet between the wall of the city and then another wall, and you pop in there. Boop, boop.
Hold on.
You pop in there.
Okay.
About 50 feet. There's a line of guards, and then there's about like I don't know, 55 feet or so of just no man's land. And it's obvious that the ground has been burned up and it's all nasty. Obviously, people have been fighting here and there's been some kind of trouble. And at the other end of this field, you see this kind of ramshackle wall. It's just kind of built up out of like loose stone, and it's covered in spikes and jangly bits. And there isn't really a gate. There's just a makeshift barricade made out of a burned out, what do you call it? Burned out carriage and a bunch of detritus.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm not one for excess work. I'm just going to start in a very non-threatening, non-aggressive, no weapons showing way, walking straight across.
And I should point out, there's a bunch of goblins on that wall.
Yeah, I can see the goblins, but I'm also like clearly not one of the city guard or anything. So
yeah, they're obviously expecting you. They're obviously expecting you.
Oh, okay.
As Jeremy starts,
they don't like you. They're mad about it, and the guards and them are both like on edge. They're both ready to go.
that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna nudge the guard next to me and be like, "So, are you guys in on helping us, or is it just us versus this?"
We're not going in there.
So I'm gonna walk to roughly that spot. Like, what's up, dudes? And just literally play dumb and go, so what's going on here?
And there's the guy on the wolf. The wolf behind the barricade goes,
Yep.
You're the investigator, huh?
Can I go, investigator? Yes.
Yikes.
Roll an intimidation or a deception or something.
Slowly,
try to sell
slowly
this
go
the
towards the
performance.
Hang on, where's this? Oh shit, deception's a minus
It's
one.
underneath charisma.
Yeah, let's. We'll just go with the deception. All right, hang on. I'm gonna say we're impartial, and hope to fuck I roll. No.
Shit.
The guy on the wolf barks to you like, Aren't you working for those elves? Ain't no elves impartial, man. Elves is tricksy.
I mean, they are partial height.
I'm gonna walk up next to Brad and give a hairy tortoise.
Oh, hang on a second. Do I have speak to animals? I'll just speak to the wolf because, weird shit. Poor Ed has to DM my shit, hey.
That's the DM's problem, man.
Apparently I can talk to animals. So can I just roll with a bit of a roll, not doll. Roll like a
You're a ranger, right?
Yeah.
I don't think rangers can just talk to animals. I think you have to do the because that's like a specific.
No, sorry, I can aggro them. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Not at level 1, probably.
But yeah, like the goblin yells out like, "Are you coming over or what now?" Because
I can speak goblin.
Yeah, let's go.
The only reason we agreed to let
just head
you
over.
guys in was that you were going to give us a fair shake in this. All right.
All right, cool.
Of course.
So I can
get on
speak
through.
goblin, which makes life good. All right.
Yeah. Well, we should definitely hear your side of the story. Sorry, let me move myself up next to you.
Oh, good. It looked like you were like the chalk outline of a dead body for a second, Pat. Like.
All right. So the fella on the wolf goes ahead and he leads you into through the wall and into Goblintown. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
All right, sorry.
Into Goblintown. Into Goblintown.
Let me take you to
Goblintown. All right. So why didn't the other two come along? Hold on.
Man, and I'm the apathetic one.
Oh, that's why. Because you're all the way over there. Come here, you little turtle fella.
Oh.
All right.
Just roll me wherever. That's fine.
So you come on into Goblintown,
I'm trying off that heat.
and it's a place.
It's a place.
It's a place. So
Sure.
it's kind of ramshackle. It's obviously not the nicest part of town. It's the buildings are all kind of run down and crappy, and all the people they don't look so healthy. You can obviously tell that the land here isn't very good. That river doesn't look very healthy. It's all kind of crap.
So, because I can speak Goblin, can I just like suddenly go, fuck, I need a pub in Goblin?
What do you want to say?
Like, fuck, I need a pub. As in, like, we need another drink. Just show us to the pub.
Yeah, that would be fine. I mean, he's like,
Okay, you speak Goblin?
Yeah, buddy.
Well, I mean, I'm never gonna say no to you drinking, but maybe you'd want to talk to the chief first, huh?
I guess we should see him. Oh, I can't even speak it, so it's all on you,
We
Sims.
probably could do that.
Lead us to the chief, then. We should get our investigation started.
all right.
Yeah.
So you guys walk over here. You go over here, and you're greeted in front. You're greeted in front of this big lodge right here. There's two big hobgoblins standing there, full armor, all of that.
Yeah.
And then there's a little short fella, but you can tell he's in charge because he's got the biggest hat. Think about one of those like big old military caps, but it's like fur lined, and like it's like big and tall. It's one of those big tall ones. Like
So it's a beef eater.
like a big furry hat, and this little tiny goblin.
All right. So can I just like whisper in Zaa's ear here? Like, how much room do you have in that shell, bro? Because I have a cunning
I
plan.
mean, not that much. Sort of
Right.
occupied, man.
But you can fit your whole
How
body
much room
in
do you have in your skin?
there. So here's my idea, right? If you have enough room, we can just pinch one of the little ones at the pub, leave to say that we need to get some more information from the other side, and we're like in and out, minimum fuss, and we get free drinks.
So racist that you think that that's how turtles
Maybe-
work, man.
Maybe
Will
they
it
give
work?
up one of their lower people that the guy doesn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
anyways.
They just need a scapegoat. So will that work? Like,
Probably not.
oh,
Probably not. I'm not thinking that's the greatest plan. And you know how much I dislike land creatures.
All right. So he the little fella. There's a little fella. There's two guards, and then so he's like he's looking at you from under the brim of his giant fluffy hat, and he's like, "So you are the investigators they sent to frame one of my citizens."
that is the intention of the others. Yes.
Did you say that?
That is what I am
sort
saying.
of
That is
what
what I am
we-
saying in Goblin.
happened.
So those other two jokers can't hear me.
That's why I said you motherfucker right away.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. So he looks at you. He's like, he gives you like a finger. He's like, all right, I get you now. All right. He turns to the other two and he speaks in common again, and he's like, well, gentlemen, let me inform you that this right here, this is a frame job. those dirty elves on the other side of the wall, they don't care about goblin kind. For years, they've forced us to live in this shanty town, and now when one of theirs gets in trouble, they want to blame it on us. All they want is to run us out of town. That's not weird. We don't cause trouble. We're good, industrious people, and those elves hate us. They hate us for no reason other than their own bigotry. And now you come in here and they say you're going to give us a fair deal. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for 1 second.
Well, I'll tell you what, it would really annoy the elves to have to pay us a bunch of money to solve this murder, wouldn't it? So helping us would be an advantage, to everybody.
Listen, that Guildmaster Milkek, you think it was an accident that they found his body by Goblintown? You think it was an accident that he just happened to show up outside of our walls? Hell no. Hell no. Somebody planned it. Somebody put him here. I swear to our jester, our loyal court jester, saw the whole thing.
Bring forth the jester. And as
yeah, we got to talk to this guy.
And Hagwin, I'm going to talk to Brad and be like, what would you say if we kind of help the goblins get into the elven village? I mean, what if they're telling the truth? I mean, that's pretty shady of the elves.
Depends on how this shakes out, man.
I'm doubting anyone there speaks Hagwin, so we just kind of, I have my own language, Jeremy.
Yeah, I realize because I don't. so much double crossing. So I'm going to fake like a little silent prayer, like so you're like, I don't know, so and just basically, so do you trust him in Goblin to the elder there? As in, do you trust the court jester? The court jester's view.
Hold on, guys, 1 second. Erica lost her phone, and I'm not sure if it's in here.
That's fine.
I'll try calling it for you, Erica.
But yeah, he turns to you and he goes, "I'm gonna be honest with you. He's not the most rational person. He's a little odd. But I've never known him to cause trouble. Well, I known him to cause a lot of trouble. Just never anything this problematic."
All right, so I'm just going to turn to Zaaa and Hagwin here and just go, "Hey guys, I've got a plan here. Trust me for a moment. I think we can get a win-win. I'm going to turn back to the elder and basically go, if we can get a lot of money off the elves and go halves with you, would it be better for your people to sacrifice this potential troublemaker for the betterment of the village, so that money can go to improving the river and getting some better housing?"
I would have said any.
Are you saying this in Goblin or in Common?
Yeah, I'm saying this in Goblin, so that it's
right.
more appealing.
I guess I'm just silently standing there confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say that in Goblin?
Yeah, bro.
Roll a quick history check.
Shit. All right, hang on a sec. Roll D20. Do I have a history?
The intelligence.
Yeah, I've got intelligence. 2. 11.
Okay. So you, I'm going to just say that you don't know a whole lot about goblins, but you know that in goblin culture, you don't fuck with the jester.
Okay.
That's a hard and fast rule.
Yep.
All right. You don't fuck with them. So yeah.
So like the jester's like the executioner.
The jester is an important person in this culture. So you're not going to get him to give up the jester.
All right.
Cool. Maybe someone in jail in Goblintown they can get rid of.
where he goes. So his name's the leader of them is Wurzaka Corpse Broad, and he's like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna let you talk to him yourselves. You bring Wessel the Jag off.
Nice.
Sorry.
And from the lodge emerges a wee little goblin. I'm just gonna steal one of the ones over here. Wee little goblin. He comes on out. He's got a staff shape. He's very ornately dressed, almost ornately as Wurzaka. He's dressed up really, really, really nicely, and he's got a staff with a goblin's head on the end. And as he comes out the door, he just turns around and whacks one of the guards in the balls. And the one with the ball,
I start to laugh. It felt right.
Crumples over. He's just like, oh. And Wurzaka goes, good job, Wessel the Jagoff. Good show. And he turns to you and says, Wessel, talk to the Outlanders. Tell them what you saw. And Wessel turns to you and goes,
Hey guys! Hello!
my name is Wessel.
So, Wessel.
Nice to meet you, Wessel.
Yeah.
What's up?
We can all speak down to him.
You gotta say the whole thing.
Wessel the Jagoff.
Jagoff.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I put my hands out and kind of bow down for a second.
I go.
Slaps you on the back of the head.
Wessel the Jagoff, hey? I see you like giving head to the guards.
That might get you in trouble.
No.
No, he loves that. He thinks that's the funniest thing he's heard in a while. No, he thinks that's fantastic. He's like, I'm gonna steal that joke.
Go for it, buddy.
Thief. Joke thief.
But yeah, so he's like, listen. I was pretty drunk, as I always am, as I am now. But I'll show you where they dropped off the body.
I think that's fair. Can I get a drink
Sure.
before we go out there?
You're doing it the wrong way, Patrick. As part of our investigation, we need to go step by step what you were doing that night. So let's start with a couple of drinks so that you're in the right state.
Good,
I'm
thank
going to
you.
agree with this.
And he leads you off. Oh, that's the guard. Whoops. So he leads you off down the way.
Yep.
And he leads you over to like a little shack over here. Boop a doop a doop. And there's just a big old cauldron of white liquid in this big old pot. Big old pot of white liquid. And there's like a little old lady goblin stirring it with a 2x4. There's a bunch of little baby goblins running around.
I was here when I was in Peru.
And he's like, he grabs a mug off the thing and he's like,
Drink up, fellas!
Can I do another like history roll thing so I know what the fuck this is?
sure.
I'm going to take the mug from him as he's doing his history check because I have a penchant for being in a city and wanting to get drunk. It's part of my flaw. So I'm going to take it and down the drink, and hopefully I can keep it down.
It's totally the semen of all the guards as far as I know.
Well, hey, you should have said. We'll find out. It sounds like I finished it, though.
So Patty, roll me a Constitution check.
Okay, give me a second. I got to not roll it in the wrong spot. 20 plus. Hold on. Nice. 20 total.
Nice. That's a good roll. Yeah. I mean,
Great.
it doesn't taste great. It tastes kind of rancid. But it's you feel it. You're feeling it. Couple of drinks, you finish off the mug. You're
This
at
is
a good
where I wanted to be with my tad bit of alcoholism my character has.
Yeah, no, you're the shaking stops and you're feeling pretty good.
I'm gonna follow suit.
It's quite tasty. Have a drink.
Oh yeah, I love the shit.
Yeah, good job. You're both feeling very good. You're both feeling very good.
Can I roll like an insight check to see if Patty is full of shit about it tasting great?
I'll roll against you. Give me a section. You're probably going to win because my
Yeah, no, go for it. Go for it.
section is -1.
Oh, geez, that was not great.
Oops.
That was an amazingly bad roll.
That was not great.
-1.
Oh, -1. You're in luck. No.
I don't have good charisma, but I still beat Brad.
Patty, you sell that stuff. You are like, this is the best liquor I've ever had.
Because I
All
haven't
right,
had any in
I'll
days.
join in then.
I noticed that you trust Hagwin more than me, and he's a murderous bastard. I'm just saying. He kicked you downstairs.
So did you.
He's consistent. He is consistent. He is not deceitful.
Yeah.
That's true. You're gonna have to roll.
So yeah, I'll join in and
Brad, give me a
drink some
constitution
too.
roll real quick.
Ooh, gonna switch to some Traverse City here.
Yes.
All right. Brad's okay too. If you had rolled badly there, I was totally gonna make you puke in your own shell. But no, you're totally good. You're feeling okay. You're not feeling quite as good as the other guys. Your stomach's a little rumbly, but you're feeling good. And so,
600 pounds of not handling his liquor.
so Wessel the Jagoff,
All the shrooms.
he's like, so guys, I was here. It's Friday night, so I obviously was drinking some grub moonshine, as one does, and fighting babies.
Obviously, sure.
I just finished up fighting a bunch of babies. When I wandered out into the town. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go burn down Shazalak's shed. That's a tradition for me. Most weekends, I burn down Shazalak's shed. It's weird that he keeps.
Everybody needs a hobby.
I pop in and I'm like, it sounds like you dislike this Shazalak, whoever he is.
Oh no, I love Shazalak. It's just his shed's the most burnable in town.
I've got some matches. Let's go do it. We need to reenact what's happening.
We haven't lit a single thing on fire yet during this investigation, and I don't know if I can stand.
So the little guy, he runs off. He likes your style. He's like, okay, all right. So I was heading up here. Wow. He goes running off. He just goes sprinting off like, yeah, fire.
Holy shit. Fast little bastard. All right, I'm getting there. I'm there now.
All right. And so he runs off. He's all excited. He's all excited to light things on fire. You get to a little farther up in town, and you get to this little shed here, this little like kind of thatched roof hut kind of thing. And there's an older goblin standing out there, and he sees Wessel the Jagoff coming. He's like, oh, God damn it. It must be that time of day again. He's just like, all right, man, do what you got to do. Jump the damn thing back up. But
I'm just going to hand Zazzle Jagoff a torch, a lit torch.
He just goes running on in there. He just goes running around the shed like a maypole. Just like skipping, just doop-da-doo, 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 doop-da-doo.
I nudge Zaaa and Toby, and I'm like, I kind of like this guy.
And so he finishes burning the shed, and he comes. He's like, all right. So after I burn the shed, obviously I gotta go. I go up to the wall. And I poop on one of the guards. That's what you do. That's what you do after you burn Shazalak's shed. It's what I do every Friday.
Sure.
You just got to poop down on one of the guards.
So can anyone poop on a guard? Like, I think it's important that we also do what you're doing.
I fully encourage it. Come along, friends. So I'm not gonna switch maps because you've already seen.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fine. I get to shit on a guard.
Yeah.
This is the greatest day ever.
I'm just gonna stay a little bit further back from this particular interaction.
Is it because you have hair and you don't know how to shit with hair?
That might be part of it.
So Wessel takes you up to the top of the wall. He climbs up the ladder and he's like, what? And there's a guard sitting at the end of the wall, and he's like, shh, don't let him see us coming, because he's like sitting underneath the overhang of the wall. So everybody roll a stealth check.
Nice. All right. Get back over here.
It's
Really not very stealthy.
Nope.
A giant turtle waddling along the wall.
I'm clearly super fucking excited to be shitting on a guard.
I am stealthy as hell. I feel
Patrick
like
is
this
the
guy
only.
a lot
Patrick
of
is the
fun.
only one being stealthy.
I like this guy. I like what he's doing. I'm starting to like him better than the elves.
So Patrick, you are sneaking along very well. You're doing a good job of it. The other two just run. They run. There's just a bunch of crap on the top of the wall that people must have left there at some point. So like Brad Zaaa steps on a rake. He does the thing where he steps on the end of the rake and hits him in the face. And Jeremy,
Sure. We're just running into everything, Three Stooges style.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. You poke each other in the eyes. It's a great time. And so the guard wakes up and he's like, "Oh, God damn you, Wessel! God damn you, Wessel the Jagoff! You almost got me. You almost got me this time."
Since
And
I
Wessel's
was
like,
sneaking,
shucks.
can I say I got behind him and started to crap on him?
That's fair. You did roll very well.
So as he's bitching, I'm like behind him getting my pants down.
It's a team effort. It's a team effort. Is what we're doing for.
And you're like, yeah, and he turns around. He's just like, "Oh, God damn it!" He's like, and so, but Wessel the Jagoff standing on top of the wall, and he points down into the field, and you can see he's like, "That's where I saw them. There were 3 hooded figures, and they were pulling the body. They were pulling the body of that elf man. They were pulling him, and it looked like they were coming from the direction of the docks. You know, that guy, that guildmaster. I heard about him. He had something weird going on down at the docks. You know, I don't think all his ledgers were quite right. What do I know about that? I'm just a jester. I'm a go pee on stuff." And he runs down the wall and back into Goblintown.
Shit. I was gonna ask him something before he ran off.
You can go ahead. Go and ask him.
I was gonna say, I'm like, might there be any spies you have in the Elven town to back this little theory up? Hold on, I feel like I should roll for that.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
What the hell is that, sir? Oh, that's not going to be good. It's not a plus. That's a minus.
He
10. Not bad.
that's
I mean,
not
not great.
bad. He likes you. He likes you. And he's like he's happy that you accompanied him on his little havoc raising trip. He's like, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but the head of the Hobgoblin security force here in the town, he keeps tabs on what goes on in the wider world. And let's just say maybe Guildmaster Melkek was playing both sides. All right? Maybe maybe a couple of those shipments were a little bit shorter than they should have been, and maybe some of that stuff was going someplace it shouldn't have been. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And
But what do I know about that? I'm just a court jester.
I look over at Jagoff, I'm like, I look forward to drinking with you again.
You are the court jester, Jagoff. The.
You're goddamn right. And he pops you in the balls with his staff. So, what would you guys like to do?
I kind of want to go back to the chief where the two hobgoblins were, and maybe give, as you two talk to the chief, I might give like a little nod to the hobgoblin and see if I can get a little information out of him. I'm telling you guys this before we go back and talk to him.
Actually, you know what? I'm almost inclined to split. Not to make it harder on Ed, although everything I do seems to make it harder on Ed. But
don't split the party. We're all gonna die. I actually don't care. It's fine.
I'd suggest like splitting the party and possibly sending Zaaa to suss out the docks. Whilst he's not stealthy, he can swim.
Can.
So maybe hey Zaaa, how comfortable do you feel like about breaking in?
You might magically persuade people too.
Not very, but only for the reason that I'm assuming the docks is going to be combat heavy, and once again, you're sending your healer randomly into unknown combat.
Yeah.
I mean, you're hairy now. I could ride you in, a la Jack Sparrow. You know.
I mean, that would be awkward, but hilarious.
Does he have like a mohawk sail? Like,
it would actually be pretty damn. I could hold my breath for an hour, so I could literally just like walk on the ground under the water, or someone on my shoulders. Just
definitely like confuse the people at the dock.
Oh, that's actually pretty fantastic.
All right, so I'm going to throw that as a suggestion because, like Hagwin seems to have found his people something fierce. And he's building up some wicked rapport. But this
we were more honest than the last people we were with. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Last people are shady as shit, trying to get us to do stuff. Don't say anything. These guys have been pretty open.
Where
drink random shit and shit on guards.
Yeah, and it's clear that there's
Good
a
time.
little bit more going on. So
Yes,
yeah. Everyone okay with that?
I mean, I could head to the docks.
Sweet, I get to ride a turtle.
It's where the action is going to be. I bet it's where the shady shit's going down.
I don't feel like you guys should be going alone, but
You are a sailor, man. You can still come with us.
I could, but I still kind of want to talk to this hobgoblin. Like maybe he knows a bit more. Maybe that's all I'm saying before we head back to town. That's it.
We could go to the hobgoblin first.
It's like a 10-minute stop, and then we can head back and be like,
quick pit stop. The hobgoblin.
Yeah, go back to the chief and the hobgoblins for a minute.
Head back.
I think we should stick together because we're gonna die otherwise.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Ooh, I just sniffed the bad one. Thank God I've been rolling well.
Yeah, no one's rolled a 1 yet.
Thank God.
So that's pretty impressive.
I came close a couple of times.
Okay, so we're going back. We're gonna go talk to the hobgoblin real quick.
Yep.
All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Switch back over here.
So yeah, you come back. You come back from the wall. The guards on the town guards on the other side of the other side of No Man's Land were watching you. Like, are our investigators shitting on that goblin? Is that what's happening?
They should have to roll a spot check to see that.
That's fair. I just thought it was funny.
No.
I'm sure
I'm
one
willing
of
to
them
assume
saw
a
it.
non-stealthy turtle hobbling along the wall is going to be pretty easy to spot for goblins. So,
what are those guys up to exactly? But yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so you go back to the main lodge. Actually, before everyone goes back, roll me history checks right away.
Okay,
that's
cool.
gonna be bad.
Otherwise, I have a fantastic freaking plan.
history. There we go. 21.
Yeah, there you are. That's pretty good. I'm good.
10.
Ah, shit. Wrong thing.
That's okay.
At least you didn't roll in the StreamYard chat.
That was pretty funny.
That would have been embarrassing. 22. Solid.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Jeremy, you know everything. You know everything about what I'm about to talk about. Okay, so you know that Belnadarnak there's the Orcish lands to the east are not too friendly with the Elven and human kingdoms in the west. They're generally very, very. There's a lot of antipathy there, right? And basically, they're not in outright war, but it's kind of they kind of keep fucking with each other without letting the other know it's happening. So think Cold War, 1980s meets Ottoman Empire kind of bullshit.
Sure.
So like yeah. So this area that you're in is very, very much pro. I don't even remember what I named that goddamn town. Basically, the orcs are at war with the humans, and the elves are on the side of the humans right now. So yeah, that's the main point I want you to know before you go talk to the Hobgoblin. All right. And
you have to drink it.
So you meet back up. Go back to the main lodge, and Wurzaka Corpse Sprout is standing there. He's like, "You hung out with Wezel the Jagoff a bit."
I seem to like
interesting guy.
Yeah. He's a good jester. He's a good jester. You you gotta just let a jester do what a jester do, don't you know? I'm gonna go take a nap.
Sure, fair enough.
I've had enough leadership for the day. And so he goes back into his lodge. And the hobgoblins are just standing there.
And and forgive me, I forgot his name, but I'm gonna ask for whichever of the names that Wezel the Jackoff gave me. I'm like, are you?
Commissioner Hardek?
Commissioner Hardek? Do you guys happen to know where this commissioner is?
One of the guards bangs on the door a little bit. Bang, bang, bang. And it's like, Commissioner, you're needed. And you hear the rumbling from inside, and this big old mean looking hobgoblin comes wobbling out. Big fella. Boop-a-doo. We're gonna make him extra big.
I'm gonna say, "G'day, Commissioner Hard Dick," inferring that is what Wezel called him.
I'm glad you picked up on that. I definitely spelled it Hardak, but yes, Commissioner Harddick.
Sure.
I'm going to ask him if, since we're investigating this and we want to try to limit any type of bloodshed on either side or people that happen to go missing, I heard that maybe the poor guy who got left outside your walls was maybe involved in some shady business, some shady dealings with either you or maybe these orcs that I just recently heard about. Shit.
The hobgoblin goes, I don't know anything about orcs. Don't know nothing about orcs. I'm just here to protect the town. Don't know anything about orcs. Roll some insight. Real quick.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, give me a second here. It's not going to be handy.
Can I just be like stupid? Oh,
24.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Zaaa. I think
natural 20.
Yeah. So Zaaa,
Yeah.
he's obviously
Oh,
lying.
me too.
Nice.
Nice.
So can I just, because
Nice.
I had such a freaking beautiful natural history roll before, can I just summarize it back to him? Like, don't play us, man. Like, just because we're outsiders doesn't mean we know what the fuck's going on in this place.
And Brad and I look like we both know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You guys obviously know that he's lying. He's full of shit.
Yeah.
And so he, Commissioner Harddick, is like, all right, listen, you fucks. I'm out on my own on this one. Look, I'm not gonna let some elves push us around, make us live in squalor. All right. So yeah. I help out with a little bit of spying for the orcs. All right. Not a big fucking deal. Okay. Fine. You caught me. All right. But here's the thing. That I didn't kill no guild master, all right? You know, he was double dipping himself. He's been shipping crap to those orcs for months now, all right? That he's just a straight war profiteer. He's had his sailor boys out there trying, stealing shit and losing pallets and losing stuff on the docks just so he could sell it off to the orcs at a higher price, all right? So if anybody killed him, I bet it was one of those guys who found out what he was doing.
All right. You go fuck him up. You are a good floof.
The ranger's pet.
So what I'm just going to do is I'm just literally going to tap Hagwin and tap Zaaa and go, all right, guys, we're leaving. I've got a plan, and I'm going to fill them in as we're walking back to the elvish bastards. So basically my plan is we know enough to basically call them, because the elves know something's wrong, right? Like they're probably more than aware of what was happening. I say we extort them. So basically we want a shit ton of, like an extraordinary amount of money if we're going to kidnap one of the goblins so that they can have their show trial. And the goblins need to get better living conditions as such if they want us to carry out. Otherwise, we're going to investigate this shit properly, and they have to wear the consequences.
On the way back to the town, I want to stop at the city guards that are looking at the wall and kind of question 2 or 3 of them about if they saw maybe someone drop off a body they shouldn't have, just a little. Start investigating before we get back to town a little bit.
Yeah,
that's all.
But I'm more for the. We've got enough information to know there's shit tons going on. Let's just freaking out now, blackmail the bastards.
Yep. I don't want to be caught in the middle of like 6 or 8 people who are upset with us, though, in the middle of the house.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll just throw our healer at them. It's worked in the past.
What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
He's hairy now. That's more protection. That's surely a +1 armor.
Well, or we could just go back with the fact that we found out that someone was giving information and shipping stuff to the orcs, and that may have been why he was killed. Not him personally, but that might have been what happened because he had all the details in his ledger.
Yeah, but I am literally all for. You pay us what you're originally going to pay us, and we do no more from this point. You pay us an exorbitant amount, and you give the goblins a little bit of a kickback in better living conditions, and we get an extraordinary amount of money. Or if they don't want to play ball, we'll just blow the lid off the whole thing. Like it's a 3-way choice. We can either take the lazy way, which is better for them, and I'm fine with bizarrely. We can do a little bit of chaotic good, or we could really fuck them up. Poor Ed is like, fuck you, Jeremy, right now.
I'm along for the ride either way. If we can blackmail them and avoid combat, then sure, why not?
Yeah. Like, I mean, literally, if we can roll good enough, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, you guys know too much. Here's your money. Be quiet. So
I look at you and you see this giant scar across my face, and you realize that I am not that charismatic. And I say, it's going to be up to one of you two to do the talking.
Right, I can be charismatic.
Maybe you sing a song or something that might help us persuade people.
he's a hairy turtle with a guitar. What? Who won't love him?
They're already confused by you.
Sure. Intimidation is so close to confusion.
I on the way, I just would like to talk to the people at the wall, because maybe they really did see something that might be that extra little bit of like knife in the back as you tell a story, Jeremy.
Sure. So wait, are you talking to the people on the goblin wall or the town guard?
I want to do both. Just
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, backslash. 1G shit, not one F20.
Yeah, roll an F20. I want to see what the fucking F20 is.
Let's see what that is.
Sure.
But first, obviously talking to the goblins, just a little persuasion.
Okay.
Oh shit, I did it again. God damn it. It's easier the chat's over there, so you want to talk to people there, but at the same time, damn it.
You know, Patty, you literally just copy and paste that stuff and look, bam, it's done.
Well, it's different for each little thing I'm doing. -1.
Damn roll.
Oh, and I'm drinking shit.
Yep. Well, it's not a natural one, though. It's not natural.
No, but 2 is bad enough. I'm gonna drink. That's terrible.
The goblins. There's a bunch of big hobgoblins on the wall, and they're like, I didn't see shit. I don't know shit. I ain't saying shit. No shit.
They're probably mad at me for shitting on their friend.
I was going to say, that is a complete lie. I've seen the shit that you know. It falls from the sky on a Friday.
See, they've already forgiven you for Wessel the Jagoff's behavior. Like, that's the thing. They know you. The jester gets to do what he wants, and his buddies get to play along. So they're good with that. But it's like, nope, I'm not saying nothing.
All right, I'm gonna roll because I can see where Patty's going with this, and I've got a 16.
All right, so
I'm asking the same thing, but in Goblin.
Right. I assume you're speaking their language. It's like, listen. All right. The jester saw the whole thing. All we saw was that the body was dragged off. All right. They dragged the body off. It looked like I don't know, he'd been stabbed in the neck or something. That's all I know. All right? That's all I know. Somebody got close to him, stabbed him in the neck. It happens, okay? It happens.
That's fair. I appreciate your I didn't even hear shit. Never mind.
I was waiting for it. I let Patty know that stuff as we're walking over to the other guards.
Well, we could at least check the city guards that seem kind of nervous and frightened over there on the way back. Maybe their leader might be willing to part with some information to not for a little bit of money. Doesn't mean we have to give it to them.
They have heard your reputation, Patty. They're heaps nervous.
So you're gonna approach I'm just gonna switch to the other map right quick. So you're approaching the guards by the wall now. You're crossing back across no man's land.
Crossing back across the.
Yep.
I can grab my own guy, lazy me.
There you go. So you're crossing back across no man's land, and you notice that these guards. They're still nervous. They're looking nervous. There's like a cart, like a covered wagon over in the corner, and they've brought over, and it's sitting. I'll pull it up later, but it's sitting over here in the corner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
No, not this one, but this one. It's over here.
A new one.
Yeah. And you hear like what sounds like the clanging of metal coming out of it.
Shit.
Well, that's not sketchy at all.
And so yeah, that's all.
I drew a cart for you and all, Ed.
Thank you. Here, I got a card. I'll bring an actual card in. Hold on. I got
There's me.
Can I do because I'm relatively intelligent. I'm going to do a perception roll on that shit.
perception and wisdom, but yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna do one as well, just because I got some. I don't know if I'll have to, but
Yeah, I should probably. If we're hearing random noises and stuff, I'll.
It's an 18.
15.
yeah, progressively lower, one by one for each of us.
Yeah.
All right, so 15, 14, 16. Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like stomping. Like it's stomping, but there's
Like
you're clanging.
Like blacksmithing or like an animal?
Like blacksmithing, kind of.
Okay. Screw it.
I mean, we're investigating, so sketchy things should probably be checked out.
Yep, I'm gonna walk this way.
I'm gonna go. Hey, buddy, what you got planned? Literally, just straight out.
Hold on.
So you're walking up to the guard and saying that the one like this guy right here, the captain looking fella.
So I'm walking and I just literally nonchalantly, like not in an interrogation way, like just that kind of conversational way. Hey, what's going on there?
He looks at you like you're stupid, and he's like, "Motherfucker, those are red caps. What the fuck do you think they are?"
Oh, I don't know a red cap.
Well, don't.
I don't know. Maybe we do. Do we need to roll?
Yeah, you should roll for a.
+1 history.
What should we roll for to know if we know what red caps are?
I think history's fine. So 10, 12 there. So the Feywild, in the Feywild, they like to use. There's red caps. Red caps are wee little gnomes who are born from murder, and they're little itty bitty gnomes that, if they don't murder regularly, they die.
So they're basically
okay.
Hagwins.
What was that?
They're short Hagwins. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, basically.
little short little Hagwins.
And he's like, and he turns to you, Toby. He's like, did you bring a goddamn goblin? Where's the goddamn goblin? I see you three. Where's the fucking goblin?
Well,
we've got it under. No, we've got it sorted, mate. We just need to quickly see old mate.
He grabs you by like the shirt collar and he's like, listen, okay? Those little bastards need to come out, all right? We got to send those little fuckers in one way or another. We're getting rid of these fucking goblins tonight. And I need that goblin on trial if we're going to justify this shit. So get your ass back in Goblintown and find me a fucking goblin.
All right, cool. I'm just going to... Oh, shit. Do the other two have deep speech or?
What do you guys speak?
Common, Elven, Aquan.
I speak Common and Aquan.
Geez, I've got a Bizzle, Common, Deep Speech, Goblin, and Halfling. Oh, and
you're smart.
And Undercommon. All right, so I'm going to go okay and walk straight back into Goblintown.
All right.
Sounds good. So we're just not going to bother blackmailing them then?
No.
I'm walking back and I'm like, I'm totally confused. No, I'm not, but
I'll just I'll follow them back.
Maybe you can.
I'm not gonna hang out by myself
with the chief. If there's someone that they absolutely hate or is in jail, that they wouldn't mind seeing disappear.
No. I'm literally going to walk straight to the chief and go, dude, they got some red caps. Shit's about to go south. So they could at least prepare for the thing, because if they don't murder, right, they die. just got to hold the little fuckers off. It's tactics 101. Wait, Ed, is that the watered down creek water one, or is that the
Which one?
the sweet wheat? I mean, the watered down creek
Yeah,
water.
I'm on the sweet wheat. I didn't want to drink too much foolproof. I want to save that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair.
It's not bad. It's just not as good as the others. Okay. So going back into Goblintown, you're fighting the chief. The chief goes to you. All right. He's like, he hears the word red caps, and he's like, all right, listen, okay. They're serious this time. They're trying to get rid of us this time. This whole thing has been one big conspiracy to try to convince the elven population that we're dangerous and that we need to be getting rid of. They're trying to force us out. All right? I need you to prove them wrong. I need you to prove who killed fucking this elvish asshole Andressa. All right? Find out who killed him and then we'll hold down the fort. We can stop these guys. We'll fight them. But we need you to figure out who the hell killed them and get the populace on our side. It's obvious that we've been set up.
You're a fucker, Ed. And how are we going to go talk to the orcs?
That was what I was going to say. I'm like, I raised my hand and be like, I agree with you. But what if this was your chance to turn the tides with the orcish population as your help against these elven liars?
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. Roll persuasion.
Oh, hold on. I got to get back to the right screen.
No. You want to go the chat window, Ed? Persuasion is charisma.
Can't see. 15.
Yeah.
12. 20.
All right. So Zaa's like, or not Zaaa. Zaaa, what do you say to the goblin man?
Just saying, like, yo, you have to fend off these people. The investigation isn't going to matter if they are trying to wipe you out tonight. We have to do something proactive about this.
All right. What do you suggest?
Let us go to the orcish population and try to combine forces against this raid, because they have been, going against the elves just as much as you have been, and they were the ones receiving all the benefits this whole time, so why shouldn't they fight?
You are such
a heads up. The orcs are like 500 miles away.
Fuck.
You are such a murderous fucker, Patty. Such a murderous fucker.
Just a little help, that's all.
Hey, 500 miles, man, that's fine. The Proclaimers wrote about that shit. We can do it.
Not at night.
Eventually.
But
eventually we could. Yeah, not tonight we can't.
He already said that he could hold them off. Right?
Maybe we could try to sneak back through the other side of town.
No. Oh,
anyway, is there a very sneaky goblin that we could come with us past the front line, and then we could let him go, and then we could fill in Jeremy's plan?
There is a river that goes through. Does the river go back into Elvishtown?
It runs around the wall. Yeah.
So if only you had like two aquatic creatures that could go through the river system, disgusting as the river may be, and bypass the line of guards. If only. What were we to do?
Fair enough. If we could sneak our way through there, I don't want to use my gills. My neck's going to be above this sludgy ass water, but I like the way you're thinking. You can ride. Maybe you can ride.
If I could do it in an hour, then I could just hold my breath. So I'm
quite happy to sit back here and help them prep defenses.
I would say you could make it to the shoreline in an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. See, there you go. Bam.
Why don't you come with us?
Okay.
I just want to be separated. They're not going to pay attention to you on the river.
Am I going to have to roll something to deal with the river water shit?
Maybe you don't fall in it.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I'm just going to give you a regular. I'm going to say, well, you've been in Goblintown long enough that night's falling. Okay.
Okay,
So-
cool. I'm just grabbing Brad's hair and riding this bad boy all the way to town.
Right. Just hold on. I'll just
Amazing.
come on through.
Once we get to town, I try to say we find the widow's house and see if we can't find his ledger as proof, so that you can lay in your extra little bit of emphasis on him when you say stuff to him, Toby.
Sure. Evidence is always good.
I like evidence. I don't know if that's kosher with the end. We might not make it there. Let's get into town without a goblin if someone sees us, but whew, that's hot. But yeah, let's definitely
right.
take the river back into town.
So we're sneaking back to town
We're going to
via the
sneak
river.
back to town.
All right, I dig it. All right, we're sneaking back to town.
I should probably roll just for fun. I was rolling for sneaking.
I mean, I can just swim under the water, so if I need to roll for anything, let me know.
I'm
I'm
seriously,
sneaky.
I'm holding Brad's hair and riding him all.
It's like you have those
For
handle
sure.
grips.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, that works. All right,
Oh.
so we're let's see.
It's like you were not supposed to do any of this shit.
Oh no, this is fine, dude. Do you know this adventure went off the rails as soon as you talked to Wessel the Jagoff?
Sounds about right.
Everything
Sounds
since you
about
talked to
right.
Wessel the Jagoff, except for the red caps, has been me improvising.
Sure. In the video version of this, I just picture us constantly walking by a giant sign that says "Go to the docks," and we just walk by oblivious.
No, I felt like I feel like there's been a couple big clues I left, and then it's like, nope, we're just.
It always takes me like 3 or 4 times to get used to a dungeon master. So
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's kind of funny, actually.
It at least takes me 8 times for a dungeon master to get used to me.
No, but yeah, but
Sure.
seriously, I've just been coming up with shit off the top of my head for a while now.
Perfect.
All right. So we're heading back into town. All right. Let me. So I don't have a proper town thing. So we're just going to. We're just going to use.
once we get back into town, we'd probably go back to that.
Yeah, we're just going to use the docks as a placeholder for now, and we'll worry about
over there and try to report them.
We'll worry about where you're going next in a second, because this will just be a placeholder for now. But yeah, okay. So you're back in town. You're back in the Elven part of town.
All right.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Sweet.
So did you want to go to try to find his widow?
I would try to find his widow.
Okay.
Yeah, the widow and the guild house.
Yeah.
Okay. So the guild house is down by the docks because it's a sailor guild, and then the widow's house is actually in like the fancy part of town, closer to the big dais castle thing that you were at before.
Definitely gonna go to the sailor's guild house, and I can walk in. I'm a sailor anyways, so I would walk in and kind of ask for whoever is in charge now.
Okay, good call. I will hold on. Let me get your player models real quick.
You're all good. I feel like we need to find a night where Jeremy can drink heavily.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have actually put in time so that I can.
Nice.
Excellent. So
So you're coming. You snuck in. You're coming in. You're all wet and mushy at this point
Sure.
from all the dicking about in the
Does Zaaaa smell
water.
funny because of the hair and the
Yeah,
dirty water?
it'll take a lot longer to dry off with all this extra hair.
Yeah, right. So there you are.
Oh shit!
You're
man.
coming into the dock area. You can't actually see in any of these buildings. I know they're. I left them undone for unroofed
I get
now, but yeah, you can't actually see in there right now.
It's fair. I'm gonna try to find the place that's like the Sailors Guild.
Okay, so there's the big old building right here
Okay.
is like the ledger area, and then there's a couple of smaller like quarters. There's the crew quarters down here in the corner. Down here. Oh, there it is.
Is this here a window?
That is a window.
All right. So can I please do a stealth check to just sneak there?
Oh, and actually, it's still evening. It's still evening when you arrive.
All right. Cool. So I'm doing a stealthy to sort of try and get in there. Stealth dexterity, is it not?
Oh, and big shout out to Tom Cardos who made this map. So.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Also, I think I just head planted myself into the window, made a lot of noise, and I'm now sitting on the ground with a blood nose.
I really like that. I like the idea that you conked your head on the windowsill. Just blank.
I'm like, I told you I could get in and just talk to them.
You hear a loud what the hell was that from inside?
And I quickly go to the front door and kind of knock on it quickly.
All right, so just rap.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are still around the back there, so maybe you want to hide.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
So you're waiting at the door, and there's you hear a creaking, and a spindly little man opens the door, and he looks at you and is like, "Yes, how can I help you?"
I'm Hagwin, the sailor from the ship Spartacus. Don't know what that. And I'm also with my teammate here, Zaaa. We are the investigators, and we would like to see the ledger that the poor former headmaster here was in charge of. We're trying to figure out why such a heinous crime was put against him and why he was murdered in such a horrible way. Do you think you could let us in to see this and kind of solve the murder, get this all past us with the city and with the goblins and move on? Hold on.
Well, I suppose yes, as long as you're official investigators, come on in.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You notice there's a bunch of sailor toughs hanging out along the beach here, looking at you askance.
That's always nice. But I'm inside the building now. Click, the door goes shut.
All three of you are in there, right?
Holy shit, you murderers. Oh, fuck. Wrong button.
And I say to him, like, do you happen to have the ledger or a copy of the ledger that he once held?
Of course. I am the acting guild master in his stead. Hopefully soon to be permanent guild master.
Well, if you don't mind me taking a look at this, and with your help, I'm pretty much we can assure that you will be the next guild master here.
Oh, well, he's very flattered by that. He's like, well, I'm happy to help a fellow sailor out, and if you were able to put in a good word for me in the with the council, that would be much appreciated.
All we would need to know is that you would need to be. I'd flip open the ledger, and see if there was anything that I, was usable, like missing skids of stuff, and be like, well, you'd have to promise to one thing, that you would be an honest guild master for this elvish community.
Give me. I want 2 rolls.
I got you.
I want an intelligence roll and I want an insight roll.
Is this from all or just him?
I would say just Patty right now.
We're doing intelligence first. 17.
Nice.
Okay, good.
And what were the other one? Intimidation, or what was the second one?
The other one was insight.
Insight. Oh, hey, I like that one. Fuck.
Yikes.
Okay. So you can't read this guy at all. You can't tell what the hell he's thinking or what he's doing at all. But you definitely can tell there's something up with this ledger. It seems like every couple of months there's like, you okay there, Patty?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's just compared to everything else I had, that was a shock to the senses. Ugh.
But every couple months there seems to be like an extra couple like tons of grain that's spoiled in a warehouse, or every couple of months maybe there was some dried meat that was eaten by rats, but it seems to be more than the last time they lost anything.
I look over at Toby. I'm like, I think we have what we need. And I look over at
can I make a roll here? Can I just say, the orc emissary has sent us to make sure that the bargain continues.
This little fella loses his mind for a second. He's just all big eyes and shaking and freaking out. He's like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I perception him at that point? Is what I'm feeling like. I feel like
Is this all happening in This is all Elvish or common?
This is all in common. Yeah.
In common? Okay. So can I roll like a perception or something to see if I can tell if he's full of shit?
Insight? Yeah.
It's same one. Oh. Insight's the same for me. So
not great.
20.
Sims, you're the one talking. Hopefully you can save this one.
Whoa.
That was a good
158. That's
way better than rolling in StreamYard.
The entire world.
Roll D20 plus 2.
So he's obviously full of shit. He's obviously full of shit. Yeah. He knows exactly what you're talking about.
Can I pick up the journal and go, I would really hate for the arrangement to end? Like, inferring that I know a lot more than I really do.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah. So he falls to his knees and he's grabbing on your shirt. He's like, no, please. Okay, listen. Don't tell the council. Please don't tell the council. Listen. The guild's been making a little bit of extra money every once in a while. We've been running the blockade, okay, to the orcs, and it wasn't my idea. It was never my idea. That was all Andressa, okay? Listen. I didn't kill him, okay? I know you might be thinking that, but I didn't. Listen. I hear that maybe things weren't so happy at home for him. That he'd come in and the wife would be looking for him. I don't know what was happening. I don't know. He had a lot of sleepless nights. I'd find him on the couch over here, sleeping in the guild office. I don't know what was happening.
And you know, he was the one who reached out to the orcs, not me. And I don't know if the Marquis found out. Like he's not the one. He's the one you got to worry about. You know, people who go up against the Marquis tend to disappear. And that's all I know. I swear to God. Please don't stop. I need this. I need this job. Okay.
All right. So just refresher. The Marquis is not who hired us, right?
Yeah. Marquis Elfander.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tell him, right, the little dude, I'm not going to go to the council. However, I want you to write a statement saying that you were aware and you tried to go to the council, but the former guildmaster stopped you and you feared for your life. I want that on a piece of paper with you to sign it so that I've got a little bargaining chip later on.
Roll an intimidation check real quick.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be big. I think he's gonna be.
Come on. Oh, shit. I needed the thingy at the front. Yeah, nah. That didn't work.
Would anyone else like to help?
I will stare.
Sure, yeah. I'll
Try
to
let the
help.
bard go. You might have some charisma in this aspect.
We're going for intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll work.
There we go. There we go. Add a little music to
I like it.
help that.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good. He acquiesces very, very quickly.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like,
look at him.
of course. I'd be happy to.
As he's signing this paper, I'm gonna just ask him, like, is there anyone in the guild that everyone would like to disappear? I know as a sailor, there's sometimes people on ships that just don't seem to get along with anyone, and maybe we get rid of one person and save everyone's life.
And whatever you have to do, I don't care. You can get rid of anyone you like. I'm not particularly fond of anyone.
All right. I'm gonna sort of indicate to Hagwin that he should take the ledger. We've got the signed confession, right?
Oh, I wasn't giving that up. That was.
And then I'm gonna suggest that we go knock on the missus's door.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's walk out the door first, and I'm gonna try to intimidate him into, like, keep your mouth shut about this to the rest of the guild until there's a resolution.
We just got to walk outside owning this shit because those sailors outside were not happy when we came in.
Yeah, they've moved to the door. They're looking at you funny.
Yeah, and I'm not going to go out that window, man. That fucking hurt last time.
I just mean I don't want
That'd
to
be pretty funny. Just all of us pile
the
up.
whole guild turn.
Oh, actually,
That's
no.
all.
Hey, Brad, can you do a roll for some soothing, peaceful music?
I can certainly try. Maybe a performance.
That would be good. Yeah, that'll work.
There you go.
You just bust out the door.
Let's see
like,
what would be the most soothing?
You're playing a
music?
sailor song as we come out.
There we go. Just some peaceful music to go along with our escape.
And we're sick of this sailor, man. They like to sing, so we should be singing along with them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And the one guy just like, oh, I love ogres.
I look confused. Like, what the fuck is this dude talking about?
Apparently, they don't have Shrek on the high seas. That's sad. But yeah, no, they're all very impressed by the performance. That's a very good performance that you put on, and they're like,
Jeremy and I sneak past the crowd as Brad gives like a bow to all of them.
Sure.
All right. Very good.
And let's go see this fucking wife of his. I don't trust her one bit. I'm feeling there's shadiness all over this town. No wonder why I thought the goblins were a much fucking more honest people.
The flow chart of trust is: are they warm-blooded? Don't trust them.
These elves are liars, man. They're fucking dirty.
All right. So
Sketchy
you're
bunch.
going into the Mrs.'s mansion.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right. So you head back into town, which is not too far at this point because you're relatively close.
I don't know how to get rid of my squiggles.
It's okay. I can take care of that. That's not a big deal. Let me make sure I get all of you this time to copy paste you into the new map.
So we must be finally on the right track because there's a map.
Well,
not
I'm
really.
not saying anything one way or the other.
There's a map.
There's a map.
There's been maps for a lot of stuff. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so you head back into town. You're headed for the nice part of town.
Still night. We should be kind of stealthy on the way.
That's actually a good point because you did sneak past the town guard.
That is true. Okay, so
Not our fault. He's
roll some
ignorant.
stealth.
All right. So you arrive at the Andressa mansion. Pretend that giant gaping hole is actually a doorway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I assume you knock on the front door.
Damn, Sims.
That was my stealth roll, so it's fine.
I don't know.
You just bang your forehead on the door.
Yeah. Just super stealthy, trip at the last second, smack your head at the door.
I look over it. I'm like, you're not allowed to knock anymore. Not anymore. Just no more trying to get into places.
So
I'm guessing Princess Peach over here is her.
yes, that is Ishira Andressa, the widow Andressa.
Oh, Sims, you're already inside.
I was gonna say, can I literally just do a bit of a charm? How you doing?
If you want, yeah.
Oh, where's charisma? Oh, -1. 15. Hey.
All right, there you go. That's pretty good. So okay, I'm picturing like the full on like
Joey Tribbiani, just like, how you doing?
oh, okay, that works too. I was thinking like the neo-noir like walk into a smoky room kind of thing, but that also works.
You're that dirty dude.
Same
that's
thing,
hitting on a
really.
widow. I have to watch Sims from now on.
And she's all like, she turns, she's like, "Hello, investigators. Why have you come at such a late hour?"
I'm gonna make a perception check or an insight check to see if this house seems a little too fancy for the income of what guild master would be making. Like, I feel like the extortion was happening because of this bitch.
I'm just looking at the
Jesus, easy there, Patty.
Yikes.
I'm looking at the Breaking Bad glassware on the tables, but you're going straight for.
I don't trust her.
There's not a lot of trust going around in this group.
I don't. This whole city does. Like I said, the goblins are more honest than these people. So, and 19. Does this look like a house that someone of her status should have?
Well, okay. I will say this guild master's house does seem a lot more fancy than like the average home in Belna Darnak.
Well, that might not be out of place.
it certainly seems fancier than the guildmaster's quarters down by the docks.
Okay, that's all I'm asking about. You can continue to try to sway the princess.
So her question stands.
What brings you to my door at this late hour?
With a fine name like Undresser. No.
I flip open this ledger and I start to page through it. And I look over at her. I'm like, this seems to be a tad amiss. And your house seems to be a tad above average. Would you happen to know anything about the dealings of your husband?
Why, sir, I do declare I don't know anything about what my husband done down at those docks.
Such a
I mean,
beautiful.
I'm making a perception check because you said I do declare.
The timeline around here is really wonky. I don't know.
Can I just do? I'm just going to do a general perception check about the room to see if there's anything interesting. Why Paddy is on his semi-murder.
I didn't do well.
It's
Neither did you. I mean,
So obviously, the first thing you notice is that this foyer area is not like a living quarters. Seems to be more set up for a business kind of transactions. It seems to be a lot of alchemical equipment nearby.
All the Breaking Bad shit that I said. Yeah.
Can I roll like a perception to see if it's like some really good drugs? Or what's going on with these chemicals?
you did find the mushroom.
Yeah, go.
So I'm gonna run out of shrooms at some point, and I'm gonna need to up my supply. So.
Also, Brad, do you need to go
Trade the ledger for drugs.
Brad, do we need to finish up soon?
Yeah, I got like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
if we need to finish this up a little later, we can.
Mm-hmm. We can
All right.
cut out wherever we're at. That's
All right, so I rolled a 19 for perception.
Yeah. So it's definitely not drugs. That's definitely not what it is.
I thought we were talking to Skylar for a second.
Can I tell what it is?
It definitely looks like it could be,
Gunpowdery stuff.
exactly certain maybe chemicals and various things that you may have run into when you fought some tiny scaly dragon people in a previous adventure.
Okay. Dream slime shit it is.
This is pretty.
Yeah.
Just ask her straight up, like, what the hell are you making in here?
I like it.
Why we provide armaments to the local Belnadarnak militia, and that is my contribution to the war effort, sir.
And I'm going to try to intimidate her and be like, and how do you happen to pay for all of this extra stuff? Ugh, nothing.
Yeah, she
I'm
doesn't
drinking crap on that.
she doesn't pay you any mind whatsoever. Well, sir, my late husband invested quite a bit into the armament of this fine society, and if I continue his work, well, that is nothing wrong with that.
I'm just going to ask one simple question before I act from where I'm going to go because I'm an asshole. Are you alone, my dear?
Well, I believe there's a waiter in the wine cellar, but why do you ask, sir?
All right. In that case, I'm going to grip her tightly and then get Hagwin to tie her up. I'm over this shit.
You nod to me, and I'm like,
Yikes. We're kidnapping the
"Well,
widow.
I don't have any rope. Let me shave the turtle."
No,
I mean, I have some rope.
I'm just
All
kidding.
right. Roll for strength. Roll for strength.
Okay.
This is all getting very crazy, guys.
yeah,
Fuck.
we are so tickling the shit out of this girl.
All right. Yeah. So you rolled what, an 8 and a 6?
Yep.
Pretty terrible.
All
I
right.
was gonna go a different route, Sims, but
I'm not nearly
argue
high
with you.
enough to be kidnapping widows. I think I might need a shroom.
She scrambles out of your grasp and takes off. Just, oh Jesus! Please help me. Or in this case, I guess I don't know. What's the sun god of this of D&D? Someone else.
I was going to say Zaaa, stop
Soren.
that chick before she gets past him, but I think we may have missed that opportunity.
Oh, I was gonna go a different route completely, but you know what? I boot stomped someone, so I can't say anything about what you're doing.
The crew I roll with is highly aggressive. All right.
All right, so Patty going to make a roll to chase her and try and grab her before she leaves.
All right, make the move. I mean, if you can move close enough to her, you can make a strength check.
What? Hold on, I gotta find out what a check is.
It's speed. Where's speed?
5, 10, 15,
It should be
20,
30 feet.
25, 30. I'm not gonna be close enough to get to her in one round. She's too far off the side from where I'm at this. How did she run 60?
She
Like,
ran as fast. She double moved. Yeah.
Okay, like I can double move and get in front of her.
Go for it.
Hold on. I gotta get my ass there.
Because if Patty doesn't make it, I'm letting loose a shot. Okay. Patty made it.
I can get in front of her. I can't necessarily stop her. I can't make a motion or an action. I can only be like, as I get there, as my bonus action, be like, either you can live today and the rest of your life, or we can bring you to justice in front of whoever the headmaster is of the thing. Just as like an idle threat, and it's an intimidation. Because
Okay, go for it.
bullshitting. Come on, 20. Yeah! 20.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I'll drink the rest of this to that.
I love how Patty's like, I'm going to drink when I roll shit, but I'm going to drink when I roll good.
Yep.
I drink the good stuff when I roll good. I drink the horrible shit when I roll bad.
No, that was
the game.
That was good. That was good. You stop her in her tracks. Yeah. No.
Nice.
She's freaked out by this crazy little magical Aquaman jumping in front of her.
I'm like, now drop your complaint with whoever the head of the city is about your husband's death, because you know he was a dirty piece of shit as well, and continue on with your life.
In the name of Momoa, tell us what's going on.
She falls to like, she does the like falling out thing, that full on southern belle thing. And she falls to the ground, and she's crying and she's weeping. She's like, fine, I admit it. That man did me wrong with all his philandering and carrying on like he did. I figured I could make a little money if I just finished him off and had a couple of the guild boys put his body outside Goblintown. But I don't know what's happened. I never meant for all this butchery going on down Goblintown. I never intended for it to happen this way. That man Marquis Alfander, he's trying to take what I've done and use it as an excuse to get rid of those goblins. I never intended that. All I wanted to do was get rid of this bastard man that did me wrong.
Okay, cool.
I look at her and I say, come with us, because we're going to talk to the Marquis. And we're going to say, we have figured out the ruse, but we do not care about what you do to Goblintown. Just give us our money and let us be on our way.
So hang on a sec, Patty.
All right, that's fine. You can come up and talk to
No,
me.
no,
Sorry,
no.
I'm out here by myself.
I'm thinking many levels because Brad needs to go in about 10 minutes.
That's
So
fine.
Should we can wait.
Things are getting a little too intense. I think I'm popping a shroom too.
We can
The drama is getting to be a little much,
next
guys.
time.
Yeah, we can stop right here. We can pause it right at this moment.
yeah, because Ed needs to know like write 75 different scenarios for the next 2 moves that we're gonna make. So did you want to call it here? So wrap it up here for the moment.
Brad, would you like to wrap up right now?
Sure, that's probably for the best.
All right, let's do it. So we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause right here. You found the murderer, but Goblintown is still in danger.
Yep.
So we'll leave it here. And until this has been Dungeons and Drams. Until next time, what do we say when we sign off?
I'm going to say the next date is the 11th. I have the 11th off, so
Okay, we'll look at the 11th and see when that is for
Probably work
everybody.
that out.
so don't head
We will
stomp
work that out.
us.
We don't know for sure. We'll put that together and make an announcement. But
Yep.
we'll look for the 11th and
We'll plan for the 11th and do it whenever.
Is the 11th your time or the
11th my time. Sorry. So
So the
So the
10th
10th our time?
yeah.
So
yeah,
the 10.
All right, that works for me.
for you past people.
So yeah.
oh yeah, that's a 10th.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
Tuesday.
true.
We're good with that.
It's 2 weeks.
Tell you what we do. We can have Dungeons and Drams over on my channel because that'll be a Tuesday, so we can do that on at 7:00 on the Rocket Review.
All right.
So okay,
Sounds good.
all right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. The
Yep.
3 of you who are left.
We appreciate you stopping in.
Cheers.
And cheers to everyone who stayed alive this evening.
Good times.
Hey, we're all alive.
Yay.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.